Welcome back, everybody, to Filmbox. I'm your host, Tyler Edwards, and today I will be reviewing one of the later superhero shows over on Amazon Prime, which is called And also, I will be doing a spoiler-heavy review of this show alongside one of my friends, Ty Eason, who will be joining me on my upcoming Filmbox podcast, probably episode 2, and, well, he'll be kind of my co-host and guest for episodes 1 and 2, in which I'll review The Falcon and the Winter Soldier in heavy detail, and Invincible in greater detail with spoilers. So if you're wondering where my Falcon and Winter Soldier review is, that is in the works, and it is later and a little bit overdue. A lot of people have already kind of quit talking about it. It has been a week since the show ended. That's on me. I just moved back home from doing finals, so this is me trying to get back to doing this. It's been a while since I've been able to do this. It's been a little over a month. So I figured I would come back and talk about Invincible. So, without further ado, let's get into the series. All right, so the show was created by Robert Kirkman, and the show Invincible, it follows the story of Mark Grayson, who's voiced by Steven Yeun, who's pretty much like, he's like every other teenage guy, though his dad happens to be the Superman-type character, Omni-Man, who's voiced by J.K. Simmons, and probably my second favorite J.K. Simmons role, or comic book role. Number one's J. Jonah, obviously, but number two's got to be Omni-Man. It's a great performance by him, but who happens to be, he's one of the most powerful superheroes on the planet. And as the show goes along and as Mark is developing powers, he starts to realize his dad may not be who he says he is, or there's really a lot of mystery around his dad. And because in the first episode, there is something that happens towards the end where a lot of superheroes, practically the Justice League of this universe, get taken out. The only survivor being Nolan, or Nolan Grayson, Omni-Man. And it's kind of weird. We have to see this kind of like, we see what happens to all the superheroes, but throughout the whole series, we see the other characters really kind of try to figure this out. And when I say this, this Justice League type, there's your Wonder Woman ripoff, your Martian Manhunter ripoff, your Batman ripoff, your this person ripoff, that person. It's a lot of it's similar power structures to other people, similar looks, similar designs. But I didn't mind it that much. Some of the supporting characters, like Sandra Oh plays Debbie Grayson. She plays the mom to Mark and, the wife of Omni-Man. And I think Debbie Grayson, she's not just she's got a really good character. All the characters in this show are great. She's just one of my favorite standouts, as well as Zazie Beetz' Amber, one of the love interests for young Mark in the show. We also have Walton Goggins playing Cecil, who happens to be this government guy that the superheroes kind of work with, rather. Zachary Quinto as the hero Robot, one of my favorite side characters as well. Jason Mantzoukas as Rex Splode, who is, in all intents and purposes, a bit of a douchebag, which sadly seems to be something that Jason Mantzoukas is always typecast as, but honestly, I can see why. He does well in those kind of roles. And Gillian Jacobs as Adam Eve, another superhero who is friends with Mark, and they have a cool friendship type relationship. Overall, this show is, it's just it's been one of my favorite superhero shows to watch. I'd say probably one of my favorite aspects of the show is the heavy violence. And why is that? Is because, come on, man. It's something that you don't really see anymore, especially, you don't see it in animated shows, though, of course, it being an Amazon Prime property, it can be compared to The Boys in terms of, having these characters be this violent or, be this kind of grotesque, versus where Marvel plays it safe and DC kind of plays it safe a little bit, too. I really enjoyed it, because this show really was coming alongside Falcon and the Winter Soldier, or Captain America and the Winter Soldier, spoilers, I guess, for that show. Anyways, every Friday I would get more and more excited, not necessarily for Captain America the Winter Soldier, but I would get a lot more excited for Invincible. And I think that just kind of proved, like, I cared about these characters a lot more. I think they were well written. I think a lot of I think out of the 8 episodes we got, 7 of them are my favorite. I think the weakest episode by far of the season is episode 6. I just think it just feels like a generic kind of run-of-the-mill, someone's attacking, we need to stop the force kind of episode, which I get it, but for the most part, this show was just mind-boggling. It's definitely one of my favorite superhero shows, especially one of recent memories, and it's probably my second favorite superhero show that has come out this year alone, because we only had 3 big ones. We've had 2 Marvel and I guess now Invincible. I'd say in order of top 3 so far superhero shows of this year, WandaVision number 1, number 2 Invincible, number 3 Falcon and Winter Soldier. So yeah, this show is it's really good. I'd recommend checking it out. If you have Amazon Prime, if you don't, I don't know how you're gonna see it. Maybe borrow one of your friends' Amazon Prime accounts. Who knows? But yeah, so if I had to rank this episode, or not this episode, but if I had to rate this season, I would rate it probably a 9 out of 10. It's perfect. There are some flaws, but it was mostly perfect, and I loved it from start to finish. I've rewatched the show already once, and I'm probably going to rewatch it again soon. Again, thank you for checking out this video. Thank you for liking this video. It really helps me out as a creator. I don't know. I'm still starting out, so I really don't know. But yeah, no, thank you for watching, and click that like button or subscribe even. That'd be a little bit better. Maybe help me out a little bit more. As always, thank you so much, and remember, be kind.